In this video, we're building an automation that uses N8N and Home Assistant to connect to all of your financial data in Firefly 3 and transform it from a basic report into your own AI Private Financial Analyst that provides truly actionable advice. All right, before we can build our AI analyst, we first need a secure, private place to actually keep our financial data. And for that, we're using Firefly 3. It's a free open-source personal finance manager designed to help you track expenses and income. And because it supports data synchronization between different devices, you can manage your finances from anywhere, putting you in complete control. Now, getting it installed is a multi-step process. Firefly 3 needs a database to store your information. You can't just run it in isolation. So here's the correct way to do it. We need to create a dedicated Docker network first. Think of this as creating a private, secure communication channel just for our financial tools. Then, any container that needs to talk to another, like Firefly and its database, will be connected to this same network. Okay, first we'll create the database container. Here's the command. We're defining its name, mounting a volume to make sure our data is safe, and, crucially, connecting it to that private network we just made. With the database running, we can now create the Firefly 3 container itself. Again, here's the command. Pay close attention here. You need to generate a random 32-character app key, and make sure the database name, user, and password exactly match the database container we just created. This is a common point of failure. Once it's up, you'll log in for the first time and it'll ask you to create an asset account. Let's just call it Jack for now. But hold on, we're not done. Manually entering a month's worth of transactions is a nightmare. We need a way to bulk import data. This requires a third container, the Firefly 3 data importer. To create this container, you first need a client ID from Firefly. So back in the Firefly web interface, go to Options, Profile, OAuth, and Create New Client. Give it a name. Input your application's authorization callback URL. And this is important. Uncheck the confidential box. Copy that client ID. Now we can finally run the command to create the importer container. You'll see here it asks for the Firefly URL. Just put in the address of your Firefly instance. And with that, our financial data environment is finally complete. Real quick, let's talk about how Firefly 3 thinks. It uses double-entry bookkeeping. So before importing, we need to create at least 3 types of accounts. For this demo, I'll create an asset account called Jack, what I own, which I already created before, an expense account called Spent, where money goes, and a revenue account called Earned, where money comes from. Every transaction is just a movement of money between these accounts. Okay, preparation is done. I've exported my financial data and formatted it into a clean CSV like this. Now I open the data importer page, log in with our Firefly credentials, and we're at the import screen. I'll select my file, make sure the headers box is checked, and hit submit. This next screen is critical. This is the role configuration page. You have to tell the importer what each column in your file means. Is it a description? An amount? You have to assign a role to each one, or the import will fail. Once that's done, hit submit. Success! Back in the Firefly main page, you can see all our imported transactions and categories. Now for the final piece of the puzzle, connecting this to Home Assistant. The latest version has a built-in Firefly 3 integration. Just like with the importer, we go back to the OAuth page in Firefly, create a new API key, copy it, and paste it into the Home Assistant integration setup, along with our Firefly URL. And just like that, Home Assistant can now see all of our financial data. The foundation is laid. Now, let's break down the N8N workflow node by node. First up, the trigger. For a financial report, we don't need it to run every 5 minutes, so a schedule trigger is the perfect choice. You can set it to run once a month or once a year. Simple and effective. Next, how do we get the data? We use the Home Assistant Get Many States node. This is our data gathering step. A crucial mistake people make here is forgetting to check the Return All box. If you don't, it might limit the output. With this checked, it will grab every single entity from Home Assistant, lights, sensors, and of course, all our Firefly financial data. It then passes this giant messy list to the next node. And that's why the third node is the filter. It's our quality control. We don't want to send our light bulb status to a financial AI, right? So we set a simple rule. Only let data pass if its device class is monetary. This is a brilliant feature of the integration. All Firefly entities have this tag. This single node instantly cleans out all the noise and leaves us with pure, relevant financial data. Okay, the data is clean, but it's still not in the right format. This brings us to node number 4, the Edit Fields node. The raw data from Home Assistant is complex, with lots of nested information we don't need. This can confuse the AI. So we use this node to strip away everything except the 3 things we care about: the entity ID, the state, the actual dollar amount, and the friendly name. This step is vital for improving the AI's accuracy and saving on processing costs. Now, we have a stream of clean, individual data items, but the AI needs the full picture at once. That's the job of our 5th node, Aggregate. Its only job is to wait for all the individual items to arrive and then bundle them together into a single, complete list. In the configuration, make sure you select all item data. This ensures we're sending one comprehensive report to the AI, not a series of disconnected facts. And finally, the grand finale, the Message a Model node. This is the brain. We're using Google's Gemini model. This node does 2 things. First, it sends our aggregated financial list along with a carefully crafted prompt. Our prompt is, "You are a financial analyst. Based on the provided personal bills, output a financial report and suggestions." This sets the AI's role and mission. And second, it receives the AI's response, the finished report, and outputs it as the final result of our workflow. And there you have it. From a simple schedule to gathering data, to filtering, cleaning, bundling, and finally analyzing, a complete automated AI Private Financial Analyst. Theoretically, if you combine this with an app on your phone that records spending in real time, you could build a system that sends you an alert if you're about to go over your monthly coffee budget. By the way, I've put all the resources from this project in a complete guide for you. The link for that is waiting down in the description. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see me build next. Thanks for watching. Liking and subscribing is a huge help and lets me make more videos like this. Until next time, happy automating!